Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Block Bytes. It is Monday and time for technical analysis with our favorite technical guru, Vicky. Vicky, welcome to the show. And what do you have for us today?
To the BTC, sir.
Yes, let's do that. Let's start with BTC.
Yeah. So I'm on the weekly chart right now. Nothing has changed except the fake news today.
Yes.
Put in a big week here this week, an unnecessary week and unexpected week also.
Correct.
Because no one would have thought Cointelegraph would tweet a fake news and then get away. So that got rejected as expected because fake news never lasts. So the price got rejected. It has come back to our moving averages. So this is stuck between our three moving averages for the past 3 weeks. This is stuck between the three moving averages.
Right.
So structure is nothing has changed. We are going to go down.
Correct. Correct.
Even though the beginning of the week we have been bullish. Today we have been the price action has been bullish, but I expect it to dump later this week.
Right.
So yeah, I'm expecting somewhere around 20, somewhere around this region, around 21.5 to 25. Somewhere around this region will get a bounce, consolidate. In case scenario, it can even go to the accumulation zone. But of course, it will not happen this week. It will take another 2-3 weeks if it is happening. If it is going to the accumulation zone, it will take at least one or 2 months. Slow bleeding will happen.
Correct.
So structures, nothing has changed. We have been discussing for the past 4 weeks or 5 weeks. We have been testing this moving average. The box was drawn here. If you remember correctly, the box was drawn here and it is still stuck in the box. Correct. And it probably, yeah. I'm expecting crash this week or definitely next week. By month end, will probably below 25K.
Below 25K by the end of the month.
By the end of the month, yeah.
Okay.
Because 25K is the very major support, and I'm expecting it to lose by this month end.
Correct.
Of course. If this is only from technical point of view, if something good happens or the bulls are able to take control back, I want a price closing above 28 on the weekly for anything bullish, for any bullish momentum to actually happen.
Correct.
The price, as long as price stays 28K, it is going to be in the control of the bears.
Right. So that is correct.
Yeah, so
go ahead. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. This is the BTC chart, sir. Actually, any doubts here, like with respect to the BTC chart? Chart.
Just to reiterate, the structure obviously is bearish, as it has been for the past couple of years, weeks. There is no change structurally. It is in a slow decline. The green wick obviously is an aberration, as we all know, is a false narrative or a news that came up and it died as quickly as it came up. You are expecting that the prices, you are expecting a slow bleed, as you said, and the prices would actually go down to around 25K by the end of this year, right?
25 by the end of the month, yeah.
Yes. So, all right, fair enough. That is fine. I think that is what we've been kind of talking about.
Yes, we have been talking. If you look at the price action here, it has been very sluggish, basically chop. Nothing has been happening here. Basically chop based on whatever disappearing.
Correct.
There's a pump, there's a dump, pump happening for the last week. If you look at the altcoins also, there have been random altcoins not heard that are getting pumped.
Yeah, all random
coins and BTC and Ethereum.
Right.
Yeah. So that shows the the nature of the still unregulated nature of the markets.
Right. There is no volume.
This is with respect to Bitcoins. Yeah. There is more volume on random tokens than Bitcoin and Ethereum. It's a very bad thing, actually. So we'll go to the Ethereum chart, sir.
Let's do that.
Same Ethereum chart is also like you've been discussing last week. But Ethereum chart is kind of quite clear. If you look at the thing, it straight away went to the circle, close, not exactly to the circle, but close to the circle. Got rejected from here, clear rejections.
Did you click on the Ethereum chart? I still see Bitcoin.
Yes.
Oh,
I actually had charts opened already, so I just switched the tab. So this is the Ethereum chart. As you can see, compared to Bitcoin, Ethereum's price action has been very sluggish, even worse actually. Why? Because after this rejection here on this near this circle, close to the circle, like we have been talking for the last 1 to 2 months. So this got a proper rejection here, and the last 2 weeks have been pretty red for Ethereum. And I'm pretty sure this week also is going to be pretty sure this week also is going to be red. The only thing is this has been holding up as a major support. This line here, this region has been holding up as major. You can see one bounce here, 2, 3 bounces. But I'm pretty sure this week are going to lose this. It's very clear. The price action is very clear. The chart is very clear. Okay. So if Ethereum is going to lose, and I'm pretty sure Bitcoin is also going to lose it. There's no way Bitcoin is going to pump and Ethereum is going to dump. So both are going to probably dump this. So I'm expecting it to go to this accumulation from a year.
Right. That makes sense. It is just the
yeah. So
following
it's very obvious. It's very clear compared to Bitcoin, where it has been there has been green alternative. With respect to Ethereum, it is clear. The rejection is proper, and we have read all. This is also going to be red in my opinion. So I'm expecting it to hit this box here, accumulate it here. In worst case scenarios, even go below this point, that is around the 1,000, 1,100, 1,200 region. And then after that, put up a pump during the EIP 484 for upgrade, the upcoming narrative. And I think the EIP 4844 narrative will be the last narrative before the depression phase. So anyone who's watching this video, you should take full advantage of that with respect when you're making investments. You have to do nothing. Basically, you have to wait till this point here and then buy the right tokens, the right good tokens you can buy, and then sell it just before the EIP 484 is done actually.
Right.
So
there's a piece of technical advice for everyone. Yeah.
This is kind of not a proper, and this is not a financial advice, but this is something you can look out for, because the chart is very clear, the narrative is very clear. We are going to have an EIP for update. So if someone is going to take care of the take full full potential of it, they can do it. So we can next go to the Ethereum BTC chart, sir. This chart is right now dictating the entire narrative, in my opinion. And it will be closely watched till at least till halving to turn up. Okay, I've been saying, sorry, I'll go to the Binance Ethereum chart. This is Bitstamp. I'll go to the Binance Ethereum chart. This is Ethereum BTC chart. As you can clearly see, this is the last line. So this support has to hold. If Ethereum BTC is collapsing, the way both Ethereum and all tokens. I'm expecting it to hold, but honestly, I thought it will hold this line you see there. I thought it will hold well, because it's a very major support for all tokens to perform, for Ethereum to actually outperform. But right now, since I'm expecting the market to go down, that is Bitcoin as well as Ethereum price to go down, what is going to happen to this chart is very, very crucial. Let us assume that this chart indeed collapses. Then that's very bad news. Why? Because we can obviously see that if this chart collapses, the next line of support is somewhere around 0.04 or 0.03.
Right.
1 second. I'll zoom out actually. Yeah, the next line of support is around here, around 0.044 or 0.03.
Right.
Around this. Bitcoin is going to dump. And if Ethereum BTC collapses, it's a very bad news for Ethereum as well as all tokens. Because if this chart, Bitcoin is collapsing, dumping, and Ethereum BTC chart is collapsing, it only means one thing: Ethereum is going to, crash literally or go to the grave. That is very bad news for all tokens. Personally, I am of the opinion that this collapse is going to happen, but not now. This is my personal take. I am expecting some of the support will hold, and AP narrative will probably kick in, and we'll see a surge in Ethereum's price before the halving. This particular chart right now assumes very significant importance. this support has to hold. If this is not holding, it's very bad news for Ethereum as well as all tokens. So the next 2 to 3 weeks, very crucial as to whether this is going to hold or this is not going to hold. One thing I'm expecting is that they're going to crash. Some of the prices are going to crash, but Ethereum is probably going to hold up Bitcoin, ultimately avoiding the collapse of this chart.
Okay.
You get it, sir?
Yeah.
I'm expecting Bitcoin to crash more. Bitcoin to dump even worse than Ethereum during the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks. In that case, if Ethereum is holding up well, this chart survives. Now, the only thing is what can make Bitcoin dump more and Ethereum not dump more, and Ethereum hold up well. This is a question on my mind right now. I think probably who was observing this chart, this will be probably a question on their mind as well. That if this chart is not going to collapse and Bitcoin is going to, go down in price, what is going to make Ethereum hold better than Bitcoin? So I honestly probably a delay of the Bitcoin spot itself. Right. Whoever is watching this video should know that this Ethereum BTC chart is very important, and this should not collapse at any cost. This is collapsing, and at the same time, Bitcoin is kind of going to crash. Then it's very bad news for Ethereum as well as the alt tokens. But if this chart is going to hold up well, that is, this coin is going to survive, and Ethereum actually holds up better than Bitcoin. What is going to hold Ethereum better than Bitcoin? What is going to make that happen? Is it some news with positive to Ethereum, or some news totally bad for Bitcoin, that Bitcoin dumps more than Ethereum, is the question. So obviously for the next 2-3, I'll observing this chart, sir. This chart will tell you a lot of things. And if you look at what happened last time, the chart literally collapsed during the more we neared the halving, from here the chart collapsed. The more we near that, so like this, the halving was actually here. The halving was actually here around May. Okay. So this collapse started in June 18th and finally ended in May 20, around April. That is before the halving. Wow. This time, somehow Ethereum was able to, hold up well. Yeah. But I am of the opinion, and I think many on X also are of the opinion, that this symmetrical pattern has to collapse eventually, and it has to happen it can happen either now, or it can happen after the AB narrative is over, which means around February. So this, if it collapses, the next line of support will probably around 0.03 to 0.04. It can go even lower, actually, to 0.02. Now, what is going to trigger that? There are a lot of speculation. For example, the macro that is so bad. Macroeconomics can kick in and then suck up the liquidity out of altcoins and Ethereum, thus pushing the Ethereum's price against Bitcoin to 0.02 also. So anything can happen.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay. We are in a bear market, and of course, to expect prices to rise significantly, and I mean a macroeconomic bear market. So until the macroeconomic bear sentiment changes, there'll not be a huge bull run, right? That's the idea.
Yes, exactly. That is the idea. And whoever is actually playing the macro, who is understanding the macro thing and playing it accordingly, are going to emerge winners in the bull market.
Right. I agree. Okay, so okay, fine. So I think, as you said, so a couple of things to take home from this session is that obviously we are still in a bear market. Structurally, all the charts are weak. Yes. They will eventually go down. We could see prices of BTC going down to 2100, around 2100 types, and ETH could go down to in its ETH accumulation zone. I think it's around 1400 or 1400, 1300 to 1400, right?
Around 1200 to 1400.
1200 to 1400, right?
Yeah.
This is the same box we have been talking about.
It can actually go lower also. It can also go lower also.
Right.
It all depends on this chart, that Ethereum BTC chart we have been discussing.
Correct.
If this is collapsing, it's definitely going to be bad news. Honestly, I don't want that to happen in the short term.
Right.
Because a lot of people are exposed to all tokens at the moment. And this is collapsing, all tokens are going to the grave. It's very bad news, and a lot of people will be exiting.
Correct. So the good news, at least, is for those who are watching this video, is that we have got the brilliant brains of Wiki to keep us updated on the ETH BTC chart every week. So stay tuned and take your positions accordingly. And you can always follow Wiki on Twitter. His on X. I hate saying X, but I have to get used to it eventually, I guess.
Yeah. Twitter is like still sounding cool.
Still, I know. So Wiki is on X, and please go ahead and follow him. He posts every day on price actions, not just on ETH BTC, but a lot of other different coins as well. So is that all? I think we can wrap it up for today, Wiki.
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. Well, thanks again, Wiki.
Sure.
And I will see you next week with another weekly technical analysis session. So till then, goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.